Hello everyone on the interwebs. What is up? My name is Tech, and today we're going to be watching a Starcraft 2 Heart of the Storm replay. It's actually going to be a Zerg versus Zerg. I don't think we've actually done one of those in quite a while. Between our red Zerg in the bottom left corner of the map playing for Team Liquid, it is Snute versus our orange Zerg in the upper right corner of the map playing for Team I'm Navi. It is Happyzerg. Now the is indeed map is indeed Daybreak. It is indeed a Zerg versus Zerg. It seems to be a short one from what I've seen. But we're seeing something pretty basic, just droning up. This map is actually pretty good. Not that good for early aggressions, as you have quite the long attack path. You have to go all the way around like this, then like this. Just this long path. Of course you can try and take this one, but not early on. You have to destroy these rocks first, which pretty much just cancels any sort of really early rush citizens in the early game, but still managed to open up a couple of possibilities in the mid to late game. It actually kind of provides another attack path around. If you destroy these, you have 3 attack paths through here, here, and here, which pretty much can actually get. You can try and get a really nice concave from there, and it's going to be really fulfilled. You just have to run out from here and here, just try and go all the way around. It might not actually work. Now we're seeing a 15 expand. It's going to be an expansion first for both players. It's throwing up. They're both taking their rhythms pretty calibrated, actually. They're both pretty similar in supply and timings in everything, actually. No spawning pool yet for either player. They're both starting it up now. Snute taking the head start with the expansion. That happened as well. He took the earlier expansion, the earlier drone up, the earlier spawning pool. But I don't see the reason for it. Now the gas for both players at the exact same time. Not at the exact, but around the same time. They're really similar. You might actually see some Zerling Baneling aggression, possibly, in the late game that can actually cancel the game out. Especially if it is both Zerling Baneling versus Zerling Baneling. That can lead to a lot of awesome and epic battles. Just Zerg versus Zerg is one of the most micro-intensive matchups, especially in terms of mirror. Especially in the early game, you have to micro each unit like it's a god. Just micro specifically, and it's such awesome battles. Now the queens here, they're being started up for both players on the expansions. Pretty similar. No Zerglings being made, no sort of aggression being prepared at the moment. Maybe they're probably going to research metabolic boost first. Will we see actually metabolic boost for either player? Not yet. Well, Happyzerg is getting it first, but Snute is just right behind. No disadvantage at all, actually, with that timing. The overlords are surrounding Snute's base. He's actually going to be able to see each attack timing and the gas timing that Snute wants to get. While Snute does not have that sort of information, he has this corner of the base, which pretty much just leads to any buildings that can happen in this area, and it's pretty much just no buildings. And with this overlord, you can see kind of the ramp, but it doesn't give you any sort of good information. Now the Baneling nest already with this nice placement, you can try and put the queen behind or spine crawler, and you can the Zergs cannot get a nice surround. With what will it be though? Well, we're not sure yet, but the Baneling nest now being made for Snute, and a couple of Zerglings being made for both players. Now this queen is going to try and actually kill this overlord, but it won't manage to. Now the lair for a Happyzerg and a second hatchery. Is he possibly actually trying to tech up already to Mutalisk? That might actually not be the right decision. It could lead to a lot of trouble, especially since Snute is going for a lot of Zergling aggression. 20 Zerglings being made at the moment. They're about to pop out, I believe. Nope. Well, they are still 10 seconds away from actually popping out. This overlord. A lot of the overlords are actually scouting, and the Banelings are being made. 2 Banelings are in the ramp. A couple more, I believe. No, actually, it's Banelings for Snute right here in the front, while the rest of the Zerglings are starting to pile on. in front of Happyzerg's base is not going to be looking good for either player. Well, possibly not possibly actually looking really nice for Snute. He has a ton of Banelings and the Zerglings to follow that. Now the Banelings are going straight for the mineral line, but they're not getting some nice connects. They were focusing the Spine Crawler. That is not the right decision. A couple more Banelings there. That is a lot of Zerglings from Snute. The battle here is heavily favoring the red Zerg. Now the Banelings are just killing any reinforcements before they can actually micro away this Spine Crawler. It is almost dead. It's not going to do much. Might actually kill a couple of units or two. And GG. Good game from Happyzerg. And Snute just took the win. Just that epic Zergling aggression. And Happyzerg could not commit to the lair because it did waste him a lot of resources that he needed for the troops early on to actually fend off this attack. And Snute saw that economic opening and just went for it. And actually really paid off to the point of actually winning the game. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.